Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. Today is January 29th, 2016. I'm Jack Jansen.
And I'm Nathan Dang.
Today is a Blue Day.
This announcement goes out to the 8th grade students. Please remember to bring in your second payments for the New York City trip. It's due now.
Our Interact Club is still collecting new or used children's books ages 6 and under for a Read to Me event which will be held at Lincoln Ackerman School in March, where these books will be distributed to families with young children.
Please check at home for little kids' books that your family is no longer using and bring them into the planning room. Many Seacoast families will benefit from your efforts. Thank you in advance for your participation and generosity.
6th grade students will be collecting recycling bins today. Please leave them in the hallway. Thank you.
We did our first drawing yesterday for the Box Top / Labels for Education raffle. We raised $175 or 1,750 box tops. Pretty cool. The new contest starts today. The winners for each grade are as follows. In 6th grade, Sailor Berthume won a cupcake from the Wicked Sweet Sugar Boutique. Tyler Simone won $5 worth of Shark Bites, and Connor Wind won a $5 Las Olas gift card. In 7th grade, we had a sweep. Shay Lena won all 3 prizes. See what happens? The more box tops you send in, the more times your name is entered in the drawing. In 8th grade, Zach Simone won the cupcake from Wicked Sweet Sugar Boutique, and Maggie Brand won $5 worth of Shark Bites and a $5 gift card to Las Olas.
Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. I'm Brooke Rio, and I'm interviewing Marissa Lambert.
Hi, Brooke.
So, Marissa, how far do you think you're going to go in the competition?
I think we're going to go pretty far this year with our team.
Cool. Thank you, and good luck.
Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. I'm here with Lucas Rader.
Hello.
I was wondering, have you been practicing for the upcoming competition next week?
Yeah, all year we've been doing problems, but recently we've been doing problems from the past competitions that have been similar to the problems that we're going to do now.
Okay, that sounds fun. So Lucas, how are your feelings for next week's competition?
Last year we did really well, and I think this year with our new team we can do even better.
Well, thank you and good luck.
DJ.
Good morning, Hampton Academy. I'm here with 8th grade Shark Block students Gavin O'Hara, Caroline Joyner, and Kayla Fennessy. And in their social studies Shark Block, they're working on debates. So Gavin, what was the process of this?
We had to pick a partner and a topic and 2 people to compete against, and we had to do some research and answer some questions.
And Caroline, what was your debate about?
We debated if Christmas was religious or if it was just like a cultural holiday.
And Kayla, what were the learning goals of this?
To practice speaking in front of an audience.
Nice, thanks guys.
The death penalty is only used on people that have committed serious crimes such as first-degree murder, treason, terrorism, and espionage, which is spying. As a mostly Christian nation where mostly everyone believes in the Bible, it even states that murderer shall be put to death. Numbers 35, 16, 18.
The death penalty helps families heal. Imagine someone you care about has been murdered. Wouldn't you want the culprit to die? The death penalty makes sure the perpetrator doesn't have the opportunity to cause another tragedy.
We believe that the death penalty, capital punishment, should no longer be used. In some scenarios, innocent people are tried, convicted, and are executed. Later, they find the person was innocent. Some can't even afford a good lawyer to plead innocent in their case. It's horrible to think you could be tried and convicted for a crime you never committed, and on top of that, executed. The
case from 1998 shows an innocent man named Leo Jones being convicted for murdering a police officer. 12 hours after the murder, Jones claims the police officers forced him to say he did it by intimidating Jones and forcing him to play Russian roulette. Many people pleaded for his innocence, yet he was executed with the electric chair. Family and friends are devastated with the death of their innocent friend.
Good morning, Hampton Academy. Now we're here with Mr. Doherty, and Mr. Doherty's 8th grade Shark Block class we'll be talking about for the next couple of minutes. Good morning, Mr. Doherty.
Good morning, Tyler.
So what went through the process of making what we're about to see?
Well, we have 3 8th grade Shark Block classes that work in conjunction with each other. My Shark Block class chose a nonfiction book, and they wrote a report on their nonfiction book, and as a result of what they wrote in their report, they turned it into some kind of a concluding project, such as a skit, a movie. Some kids did songs and poems. So today, all the Shark Block groups are getting together, and our kids are going to perform them.
Wow, that's really cool.
So now I'm here with Annie Rademacher, Shannon Abbey, Madison Nagy, and Josie McDonough. So Annie, what is it that we're about to see?
We're about to see a play that we made based on our Anne Frank and Holocaust books.
And Shannon, how was your group formed?
Well, we each pulled central ideas from our books, and we all had common central ideas, so we just joined together.
And Madison, what was the next step?
We wrote a script, and then we practiced it.
And what is the what is the last step?
We're doing a play on Anne Frank and the inhumane cruelty of the Nazis.
Thank you.
Be quiet. The Germans are going everywhere to try and find Jews so they can bring them to concentration camps. I heard on the radio last night they're going after all Jews. And there's no clue in which when the war is going to end.
I know. Last night I woke up and heard gunshots and people screaming coming from down the street. I couldn't sleep. There are Jews roaming the streets because the Nazis are dropping bombs on their houses. How could they be so cruel?
A friend of theirs has now given their coordinates away to the Nazis.
I'm here with Amanda Heinzelman, who is part of the 8th grade Shark Block for Mrs. Traffiter. So, Amanda, what did you have to do in the Shark Block?
So in our Shark Block, first we had to choose a historical fiction book to read that had to do with some historical event, and then after we finished reading it, we had to write an essay and then make a project, either a documentary and an artifact that went along with the topic we had to choose.
Interesting. Thank you.
So now I'm here with Ashley Gallant, Zeke Lute, and Alex Smith. So Zeke, what did you make?
I made Auschwitz barrack bunks, and I made them so that it would represent the bunks that were in the book Prisoner B3087.
And Ashley, what did you make?
I made Auschwitz numbers because all prisoners were identified by them, and I read The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
And Alex, what did you make?
I made the Brown Bess musket. This is what the Hessians used, or German soldiers. They were called Hessians because they were mercenaries hired by British soldiers, and this weapon gave them an advantage against American patriots in war because it had a much more powerful shot, and it also had a shotgun sniper double feature.
I'm here with 3 students from Mr. Magson's 8th grade Shark Block, Kaylee Boyle, Connor Considine, and Dan Cholfie. So, Kaylee, what did you do at the beginning of your Shark Block?
First, we learned about simple machines, and then we did pendulums, and then our most recent one was paper airplanes.
Cool. So, Connor, what did you do at the end of your Shark Block?
We had to make paper airplanes and then try to modify them by using a rubber band.
So, Dan, how successful was your plane?
This plane was very successful. This was more of a trick plane, but our group made another plane that went really fast, and we got it up to 58 miles an hour.
Wow, that's fast.
Last week, students in Mrs. Nada's classes researched the culture of Afghanistan during the time of the Taliban control as background information for their upcoming reading of The Breadwinner by Deborah Ellis. As a part of this research, students learned a lot about struggle for freedoms that we take for granted in our own country. At the conclusion of the research, each student was asked to think about a topic which they feel strongly something they would stand for. Once they discovered their topic, they wrote a thesis statement to persuade an audience to agree with them.
I stand up for all kids having sports equipment. Although it's expensive, kids should have sports equipment. Kids who have old equipment should donate it, or we should make equipment cheaper. Some kids can't play sports, and they may be a great athlete, but they don't have equipment.
I would stand up for affordable medicine. Regardless of the fact that pharmacies would make less money, everyone should be able to afford medicine because there will be less sicknesses going around. And if everyone is able to afford medicine, we would have less deaths caused by diseases that can be cured.
I stand up for everyone deserving an equal education. Even though there are some cities and towns in America where a 21st century education would be hard to provide, everyone should be getting the same education. If everyone were to get an equal education, America's companies would benefit from smarter, incoming employees, and everyone were to get an equal education, America would benefit financially.
This is a do and do not for your Chromebook. Do walk with your Chromebook like this. Do not walk with your Chromebook like this. Please, always place your Chromebook on a table. Never place it on a chair. You should also never place it on the floor. Also, please never shut anything into your Chromebook. That might break it. One more friendly reminder, please keep your Chromebook clean and don't put any stickers on it. Thank you.
And now for the weather. Send in your weather photos to sharknewshamptonsd.com. But you sent them in all at once this week, so I could only pick 3 to put on. So, if yours didn't get on this week, it's always a safe bet to send it in another week. I'll choose weather photos when it's quiet weeks. Anyway, for weather photos at least. We had 2 pictures from, there was a lot of snow on other areas of the country last weekend. New York, New Jersey areas got 25-ish inches. I believe Washington, D.C. got 26 inches. So we have some pictures from some of Mrs. McNichols' friends that live in that area. Kathy Brooks sent in some weather photos, blizzard in New Jersey. Thank you, Kathy, for sending that in. We also have another Kathy, Kathy Shear, who sent in more blizzard pics. She's another friend of Mrs. McNichols. Thank you for sending those in, and our best wishes from the Shark News team go out to those in the Washington, D.C. and New York areas digging out from the horrible snow. We also have a snowy day for Maisie Snell right back here at home, Marston School, H9. Thank you, Maisie, for sending that in. It is always great when I see that kids from Marston are watching the news and sending in weather photos. It's always a pleasure. Day planner, 8 a.m. Friday, 33 degrees. Cloud's going to move in today. And you'll see why in a minute. Noon, 37 degrees, still cloudy, and by 4 p.m., still 37 and still cloudy. But rain and snow mix going to move in tonight. I'm showing that on the 5-day forecast. You're seeing, I'm not sure if it'll be rain or snow or maybe a little mix. You might get a coating. I wouldn't go up to an inch of snow, though. Maybe a coating of snow and some sleet, rain mixed in there. The rest of your weekend up into your week, next week, looking pretty good. Temperatures in the 40s and 30s, much warmer, may I say, than the last couple of weeks have been. So take advantage of the relative warmth. That's my advice. That's your weather. I'm Tyler Hughes.
Celebrating their birthday today is Ashley Gallant and our very own Will Doyle. Fun fact, Oprah Winfrey also celebrates her birthday today. Celebrating on Sunday is Anna Murray and Charlotte Williamson. Happy birthday, Ashley, Will, Anna, and Charlotte.
Remember, before you speak,
text or email.
Ask yourself,
is it kind?
Is it true?
And is it necessary?
And remember the Academy way.
Manage yourself.
Act responsibly.
And respect yourself and others.
Go out there and make it a great day.